As we gather to say our final farewell to Queen Elizabeth II, the weight of this loss is almost too heavy to bear. Our hearts break knowing that a chapter in history has closed, a chapter that shaped not only a nation but the world. For so many of us, she was more than a queen. She was a constant, a steady presence in a world that so often felt uncertain. Her reign, marked by duty, grace, and quiet strength, touched lives across generations and continents. In the darkest hours, her words comforted us. In moments of triumph, her pride shone brightly. She led not with fanfare but with quiet dignity, a guiding star in the tumultuous storms of history. From the ruins of war to the celebrations of peace, she was there, a symbol of stability and hope. Her smile, though subtle, brought warmth to millions, and her wisdom, though softly spoken, shaped the course of our future. The grief we feel now is vast. It is a grief that speaks not only of her loss but of the end of an era. For so many of us, she was a thread woven deeply into the fabric of our lives. Her face familiar, her voice comforting, her presence reassuring. It feels impossible to imagine a world without her in it, her absence leaving a void we may never fully comprehend. But as we mourn, we also give thanks. We thank her for her unyielding service, for the sacrifices she made in the name of duty, for the love she had for her people. She stood as a beacon of strength through times of uncertainty, a symbol of resilience and grace in an ever-changing world. She gave us hope when we needed it most, and for that we are eternally grateful. Now she rests. Her duty is complete, and she is at peace. Though her reign has ended, her legacy will live on, carried in the hearts of all who admired and loved her. Queen Elizabeth may have left this world, but her spirit will remain with us forever, an eternal presence watching over her people. Sleep peacefully, Your Majesty. The crown is laid to rest, but your memory will never fade. Thank you for all you gave, for all you were. You are deeply missed and forever cherished. As the world bids farewell to Queen Elizabeth II, it is with heavy hearts that we reflect on the profound loss we have all suffered. It feels as though the very soul of our nation has dimmed with her passing, for she was not just a monarch. She was a symbol of resilience, grace, and unity. For over 7 decades, Queen Elizabeth stood as a steady and guiding light, her presence unwavering through the tides of change. She saw us through times of war and peace, triumphs and tragedies, her strength quiet yet immeasurable. Her devotion to her people was an unbreakable bond, stitched into the very fabric of who we are. To imagine a world without her feels surreal and unbearably lonely. Her smile, though modest, carried warmth that reached every corner of the Commonwealth. Her wisdom, shared in words and actions, shaped generations. She was a mother, a grandmother, a great-grandmother to her own family, but she was also a mother to us all, nurturing, steadfast, and enduring. Now the Queen sleeps. Her duty, so gracefully fulfilled, is at last complete. But while her reign has ended, the echo of her life will ripple through time, etched into history and our hearts. The emptiness she leaves behind is vast, and it aches in ways we cannot fully express. We grieve not just for a queen, but for the familiar presence that has long been a part of our lives. We grieve for the end of an era defined by dignity and quiet strength. As we say our goodbyes, we are reminded of her own words, spoken in times of sorrow and loss. Grief is the price we pay for love, and we have loved her dearly. Rest now, Your Majesty. Thank you for your endless service, your boundless love for your people, and for being our constant through all seasons of life. You are gone, but you will never be forgotten. May you find peace and eternal rest in the arms of those who have gone before.
Stand still. Barrow party, prepare to raise. Raise. Barrow party, inwards. Turn. Up.
Today, with aching hearts and tear-filled eyes, we say goodbye to Queen Elizabeth II, a woman who has been more than just our monarch. She has been a beloved figure, a symbol of resilience, and a guiding light for generations. Her presence was like an anchor in the storm, holding us steady through countless changes, challenges, and moments of uncertainty. For over 70 years, Queen Elizabeth dedicated herself to the service of her people with an unshakable sense of duty and grace. She witnessed a world transformed in ways unimaginable, yet through it all, she remained constant, a pillar of stability when we needed it most. Her quiet strength, her dignity in the face of adversity, and her unwavering commitment to her role will forever be etched in the hearts of those who loved and admired her. Her passing feels like the end of an era, one that we cannot quite imagine moving beyond. The void she leaves behind is vast and profound. Her smile, her wisdom, her compassion. These things may have belonged to her alone, but they touched the lives of so many, reaching far beyond the walls of Buckingham Palace. She embodied a sense of calm in a chaotic world, and her presence was a comforting reminder that no matter how uncertain the future might seem, there was someone watching over us with a steady hand and a loving heart. Now, she is gone, and the world feels a little colder, a little emptier without her. But as we grieve, we are also filled with gratitude. Gratitude for the life she lived, for the legacy she leaves behind, for the love she showed to her people. Her memory will endure, a beacon of hope and strength for generations to come. And though we mourn her loss deeply, we take comfort in knowing that she is finally at peace, reunited with her loved ones who have gone before. Rest now, Your Majesty. You have given so much of yourself, and now you are free. We will carry your spirit in our hearts forever. And though you are no longer with us in this life, your legacy will continue to inspire and uplift us for years to come. We will miss you more than words can say, but we will never forget the impact you had on all of our lives. Thank you, Queen Elizabeth, for your life of service, for your unwavering grace, and for your endless love for your people. May you rest in peace. Amen.